This is pretty wild stuff. The FAA is investigating after a plane clipped a pole on approach to Newark Liberty International Airport, sending that pole right into a truck. And this is dash cam video that we have here, just being driven on the highway. It was all caught from the inside and from the outside. Thankfully, no one was injured, but an investigation is clearly underway to determine what exactly caused this to happen in the first place.
What a scary situation. Joining us now, our Chief Transportation Correspondent and pilot, May-Kay Beeler. May-Kay, wow, crazy video here. First of all, I'm glad everyone's okay.
It's a head scratcher. I mean, this never happens. This is rare. And I'll tell you why. I'm not going to speculate. Of course, that's for investigators to come up with answers for us. But I will tell you what they're going to be looking into. So obviously, the plane was too low. And as professional pilots, we are taught to fly a certain glide path and a localizer. That means we're lined up with the runway and we're flying at an altitude that's going to keep us above all obstacles. Not only do we have instruments in the cockpit that show us how to do that, but there are lights on the ground called VASIs, or visual approach slope indicators. And if the lights are red over red, it means you're too low. Red over white, you're on glide path. White over white, you're too high. So there were all sorts of visual references that the pilots could see to let them know they were too low. And they're trained to fly a stable approach. That means they're at an altitude, a rate of descent that is stable, and an airspeed that's stable. So for them to come in too low means something has gone wrong somewhere. If it's pilot error, I'd be shocked, because you have two pilots on board. And the captain is the pilot in command. The first officer might be flying, but if we see we're too low, someone's got to take over. Too low, and you've got warnings in the cockpit. So for it to be pilot error, I'm shocked. The FAA will look into that. But was it windy that day? Was there wind shear that made the airplane go too low at the last minute? I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist. I didn't check the weather report.
May-Kay, I'm amazed that, so not only did the airplane clip this light pole or whatever utility pole was on the turnpike there, but then one of the wheels, part of the landing gear, goes through the windshield of a truck.
It's shocking.
And I can't believe that equipment was not damaged enough. I mean, it clearly landed okay.
That's what they say. It landed okay. I am shocked, and thank God, right? Thank God. But I am just shocked. So obviously the plane's in maintenance. They have to check out the plane. They would have done a drug test, an alcohol test for the pilots, because they're trained not to do that. There are all sorts of indicators that you're not going to come in too low. So was there a mechanical issue? If this happened in instrument conditions, and I believe it was a beautiful, clear day, you can
That's what it looked like.
You can look out the window, and I can see I'm too low. I don't know, mechanical more than likely. Weather related, more than likely, I don't know. Typically, if you come in too low like that, go around. It's a call for go around, full power, go around mode, let's go. Come back and do it again. I don't know what went wrong. Investigators will look into this, ask all the questions. I'm just glad everybody's okay. And frankly, the fact that that tire, the main, I don't know if it was the nose gear or the main gear, what hit the truck, but my gosh.
I mean, obviously that could have killed someone. Caused a mass pile up there on the turnpike. May-Kay, I'm not surprised that this hasn't happened more, but there are many airports where planes do come in over a freeway. I think there's one at Chicago O'Hare.
But you're still on a glide path.
Okay.
So it's a certain number of degrees, the descent that you're coming in, and it guarantees obstacle clearance. So they were too low to hit a light pole and a truck. They were too low. Why were they too low? That's what investigators will. I'm shocked by that, really. Because pilots are trained not to do that. So something unusual has happened, and if they were fatigued or tired or distracted, there will be remedial training. I guarantee it.
221 passengers, 10 crew, and then of course the bakery delivery driver who miraculously has got minor injuries, but the fact that he's alive is just crazy. So it could have been a much worse
Honey, you wouldn't believe what happened.
I'm going to be late with that delivery.
It's just really a miracle if you think about it, that everybody's okay. So let's see what the investigators say.
All right, we'll be waiting for that. May-Kay, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.